Hello guys, in Factorio Friday Facts 414. Today we look into Gleba mechanics, we look at the planting, crafting, harvesting, planting and more planting. But let's start from the very beginning. So on Novice you can only harvest the trees by hand and with the bots. But it's Factorio, so there should be a better way to automate it. And you can do it in a new planet, Gleba. Here is how this planet looks like, and there is a first machine that you can build on that planet. Here the arm is harvesting it and then planting the tree. Let's zoom in for better view. So yeah, again plant. Okay, so let's look at it with the zoom. So it's harvesting it and then planting it. And the tree is slowly growing, and at the output we are getting the fruits and we are getting the seeds in the input. Okay, let's zoom out and let's go here. So with all of those fruits that you harvest, then you can process them. So here you are processing the fruits to get the mash, pulp from them, and also the seeds, which you can then use to replant the trees. And also there is some white bar on the items, but it will be about it later. So here is some basic mechanic. Let's go more to the bottom. So this is how it looks to make the planting farm. So you can plant the trees with 3 tiles gap between them. So now it looks like more artificial. Also, when we go up, here you can see that the trees are planted on some green land something, but there it's more like a landfill. So you will be able to create a special landfill on which you can plant those trees. So here there is like the natural terrain that you can plant on, and there is a landfill. So you'll be able to build a huge farms which farm you the trees, and then you will be able to process them in a biochambers. Let's zoom in, because why not? Let's pause it and now let's see. So there is some jelly, there is some skinless fruit, fertilizer, and it's making fertilizer again. No, here is making plastic, there is making some fertilizer, and there I don't know what it's making, but probably something. So let's play it again. So with those materials you'll be able to craft some industrial products like carbon fiber or biofluids, whatever it is. So the whole mechanic on this planet will be around those plants and materials. Pretty interesting, because instead of just harvesting the ore, you have to harvest the trees and work with the fruits. So that's interesting. Okay, and those biochambers will need nutrition to operate. So they will need a constant supply of those. Okay, and also that mechanics. So there is those white bars, and this is the lifetime of those items. So let me stop it. So when this bar go to 0, then the item will be transformed into a spoilage. So you have to act quickly, because otherwise the material will be wasted. That's a very interesting mechanic, especially when you combine this with mods. Like, let's think about the mod that everything's spoilage. Yeah, that's gonna be a challenge. So here it's also important to look at the spoilage, because when you get as an input 30% spoilage ingredient, then product will be also 30% spoilage. So you have to use only the top quality ingredients, and you have to build pretty efficient factories to work with it. Okay, what is here? So after you produce the spoilage, so after the time run out, you then have to do something with it. And there are 3 ways to deal with it. So first, you can turn it into electricity, you can just burn it. You can recycle it, so you basically destroy it. Or you can turn it into a nutrition powder, which you can again use in your factory. And then you'll be able to make the green science bags, which they will also spoil. So you have to transfer them as quickly as possible from Gleba to other planet where you do the research. Also, it's important to mention that some recipes on different planets will require those spoilageable materials. So, for example, you will need some nutrition to craft something on Vulcanus or some other stuff like that. So that means you'll be needed to make fast space platforms to deliver the items as fast as possible. That's definitely interesting mechanic. So what else? Okay, the design journey. So Gleba went through many iterations. There used to be 10 plants, but they reduced them to only 2 because it's more fun. So it used to work like you could harvest everything from those 10 plants, but it was feeling like mining drills. So now you have only 2 plants, but you can craft anything with those 2 plants. So this plant will definitely offer a different experience than a normal one. Also, the seeds are not only used for the planting trees. Where is the tree? Okay, it's here. So you will also be able to use those seeds to make special landfill and also to craft biochambers. So you have to think how you're gonna use those seeds. Okay, and as a conclusion, this is a new map, so there will be new challenges, and also there are some problems with the graphics because they are different machines. Where is the... okay, here? No, here. Like when you look at this, I'm gonna zoom in, it's... okay, let's wait for the animation. Okay, so when you exchange it, so when it's going longer, it just stretching itself, which doesn't look the best, but it's working. So I wonder if they're gonna change this to something different looking, or it stay like that. I'm not sure, but this is all for today. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time. Bye!